YouTubers, Bart coming at you. Got a little mail day going on. Just a hodgepodge of stuff, I guess. We'll get right into it. Got 3 goat slabs in here. Got the 96 Fleer. It was an upgrade. I got a good chunk of rice at PSA, but I think it's probably my last big rice push because I'm well in the lead of the master set. It's probably already too much as it is, so I'll probably, every time I send a sub, maybe put a half a dozen or so in there, but not in bulk. But I'm still going after his basic set. 22 cards away, but plenty of them haven't even been graded or they're super low pop, so we'll see how it goes. But in continuing with basic set, got the 2000 Score. Happy to get that one. That is not something I would have looked forward to try to grade myself with the black and dark green edges. When it's hard to get sharp edges and without chipping and stuff like that, and then top it off, it's a cheap set, which is either hard to find or lower quality. Because if the company knows they're not going to make a ton of money on it, they don't really put a whole lot into those things, and thin little borders like that are tough to sand. So very happy to just find it in a 10 instead of putting too much work into it hunting. And then this is not part of the basic set, but it was cheap enough at auction, so I went for it. 97 Pro Line. I think I got that for like $11 or something like that. So happy with some goat pickups. On the raw side of things, let's do these 2 autos first. So these are they're from a mixed year typically. These are both from 98, and they're kind of go under different names or nomenclature when you're on the eBay, but it's kind of a Ron Mix series of Hall of Fame autographs, and these are pretty cool. They're 5x7 of basically your old heads, and so while I have different little series and sets of cards that I have signed, because I like cards that match, and so my little auto groupings and stuff I kind of got on a display over here. There's some guys that I don't have fully involved in them because they're too old to be in Super Bowls or something like that. They already passed away, or they just don't sign too often. And so I had 2 of these already because I have 2 here and 1 more is on the way, so it's a total of 5 Niners. So now I kind of completed that run a little bit for me. So here's the Hugh McElhaney, and then the reason to kind of do it is really for this guy, the Bob St. Clair, because he didn't sign anything. Hall of Fame tackle from the 50s and 60s. He signed a couple of obscure things with Leaf, but I don't like anything that's not licensed, and all of those Leaf issues that I've seen him on just looked like garbage, so I didn't want none of that. So I have the Jimmy Johnson and the Dave Wilcox already. I have a Leo Nomalini on the way. Not sure if I'm going to use the Leo Nomalini in conjunction with these because his is a horizontal card and just looks a little bit too different, but since they're 5x7, the plan is to get just one of those random picture frames that you find at Walmart or something like that have, it's a frame about yay size, and it shows 4 slots for 5x7 photos, and I'll put these in here, and that will make a nice little display, and cover some guys that aren't really covered as far as my auto side. Don't have a ton of autos, but I dabble, and I try to stay connected with the history of the team as well. Some fat guy prospecting here. Jason Kelce, I think he hit his 5th Pro Bowl this year, if memory serves, and I don't know if it's his only rookie, I think it might be, but at least his main rookie is the unparalleled from 2017. Obviously he's older than that, but it took him a while to get a card, and this isn't in the greatest of condition. I don't even know if I could eke out a 9, but I'll hold on to it. Obviously, if I find a slabbed 10 or something for cheap at some point, but if and when he goes bigger and makes Hall of Fame or something like that, because there's not a lot of centers that are racking up Pro Bowls and stuff like that, this may be the guy, and so I at least want to have a copy that I can sub. Those run around $8 to $12 raw, so not overly cheap because they're not too common, but not too bad either. Super cheap. It's a 93 Pro set. Michael McCrary. Picked up 2 of those. Only one of them is probably grade worthy. Neither one of them are perfect, but this one is a little bit better than the other one. And that will go to the all-time Ravens set. I do kind of the all-time team sets. I'm definitely involved in all of them because I want to make sure that I'm a voting member if somebody wants to add those folks, and what specific card. More or less, I want to be involved in what specific card gets selected for that person more than the person itself. But some of the more recent teams developed, like Jacksonville or Baltimore or something like that, their all-time team sets are smaller. They don't go far as back, and they're easier to do, and I already had a bunch of their key cards. I'm from Maryland originally, so, you know, Baltimore has always been something I kind of rooted for because I'm a defensive guy a little bit anyway, and so Ray Lewis and stuff like that, and so I'm already super close to having that set. Jacksonville I use as an example. It's only a 6-card all-time team set, and I have all of them already. So this is random, but they were stupid cheap, and I'll never actually own the cards, so I went with some reprints, and I think I paid $2 for all 3 of these or something like that. Something ridiculous, though. But the 1932 U.S. Caramel reprints of Cobb. This is my favorite Ruth there is, and Lou Gehrig. So if I ever do anything with a display someday down the road with all those old heads and need some representation, I've got those cards to kind of fill in because I am not going to own the actual cards at any point. And if I did, I wouldn't put, you know, $10,000 of cards across 3 or 4 cards, or a hell of a bit more than that probably, up on display. I'd keep them in the safe. One Niners pickup, Javon Kinlaw, our first-round D tackle. He is not in. This is the first thing I have seen him in a Niners uniform for his rookie card. He has got some horrific-looking Combine and other cards. His Phoenix card is one of the worst-looking cards you've ever seen. He's just standing in a jumpsuit. It's real bad. And you know, Phoenix, where they just isolate the person, so obviously they took a picture in front of a green screen or something like that, so it's all the you know, the razzle dazzle of the Phoenix design and everything, and then it's just this dude standing and not well put together jumpsuit. It is terrible. So I picked one up for, you know, $1 or $2 of something that he was standing in a Niners uniform. I believe this is a variation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a variation. Max Scherzer from Update of 2020 variation with the World Series trophy. I just thought that was a cool card and something as a National Sky I ought to have in the PC. So happy to add that. Another cheap one there. And then building upon the All-Star Trophy set. Some of them are, you know, fine graded and things like that. So I picked some up. The Jeter. It's not the lowest of pops, but people usually ask for a pretty penny, so I figured I'd dabble and try to see if I could get one raw I'm be content with grading, and so I didn't have to pay the premium for something already slabbed. I think I can pull a 9 on this. The front looks real good. The centering is not quite as good on the back, but I think it's within range, and the corners and everything are real sharp on this. So I will give that a sub, and you know, for $4, that's much cheaper than the 50 or 60 somebody wants a PSA 9 for, or I think it's about 115 bucks or something like that for a 10. And then, much to my disappointment, while Trey Turner does have an All-Star, he was on the All-Star Cup team, as they name it every year for Topps. For whatever reason, his Topps base card does not have the trophy on it. Don't know why. Never really looked into it too hard, but it's not there, even though he's a named member of that team. He has an All-Star, well, these are All-Star Cups. In Heritage, he has an All-Star Trophy card, so I have that slabbed. But since I like the trophies and the cups, and this is a national, I want one of each. And the only card that has that is his Chrome and not his Topps base. So top space looks just like this without the cup sitting there. So made a rare exception, and am doing the chrome card for the All-Star Cup on this one, but the plan is to only do trophy base tops. And that's it for the pickups. Shout out to the new subscribers out there. I got a gang of new subscribers with that top 50 video, which was pretty cool. I did, to do those videos, I got to dig stuff up from all over the place in safes and all that other stuff. So I don't do a ton of that shake up and stirring of the collection and where it gets stored or whatever. So because what I'm saying is, typically I do a recap video of the year, and I don't really plan on doing that this time around because I've already shook it up with that top 50. But I made a nice list of the good ones that I got. I did pick up a T206 Cobb. I picked up a 55 Jim Thorpe. That has gone well. That's a PSA 6. Finished off what I needed for the 1935 National Chickle Football Hall of Famers. Picked up a 48 Sammy Ball. Got my Miggy Chrome PSA 10 rookie this past year, as well as a Big Poppy Ultra rookie. What else? Got Frank Robinson, Ernie Banks. I paid, I think, $490 or something like that for a PSA 4 rookie earlier in the year, and it's going for $1,200. So that's a big win. Other things I got. Let's see, any big ones. I picked up a Griffey that was only a 9. I did pick up a PSA 10 84 Fleer Clemens that's been doing well, and I think that one is going to. I think that one's still got a long way to go, so that's going to be a solid investment, even though I like to keep the cards because I'm a collector first. But I did make some significant headway towards my football Hall of Fame registry. Number 21 on that one. I met all of my goals by July from selling cards, like from Project 2020, as well as a Kobe and a LeBron Chrome rookies in PSA 10. So that has significantly set me up for a whole lot of other stuff. Let's see, I got a Pete Rose, that's a favorite of mine, from 64. I think that one's only in a 5, but I'm really happy to have that one. Got a couple of Ted Williams from 55s and 54s. Got a 69 Ryan. Be on the lookout. One of the goals this year will be the Ryan rookie. Picked up a Butkus rookie in a PSA 7. I picked up the 82 Topps Traded Ripken and a 55 Koufax this past year. And recently you've seen the 48 Chuck Bednarik. And then I didn't have any giant card submissions that put me over the top, turning basically that water into wine, except one. And if you're not a football collector, you may not track this one, but Cameron Wake, Upper Deck rookie debut from 2005. He goes by Derek Wake on there, but he crossed the all-time sacks threshold that you need for the registry set with 100 sacks. And so that's a big set of mine or whatever. I just like to get after those defensive guys. And then since I've already been priced out of people like Tom Brady and stuff, I'm not going to be able to go after any sets where they're in and really compete to be number 1 or number 2 type of thing. So the defensive ones are also where I focus on because of those purposes too. I like to be a little competitive with that. Well, that Derek Wake is, when I subbed it, was Pop 3. I think it's probably 4 or 5 right now, but a key rookie in those sets, especially on defense for football. And I bought that card for, $15-20 raw. Which is still more than I like to spend on raw cards because, through the mail and everything else, it gets dicey. But that's easily a $300 card. And, that's niche enough where that's why it's only that much, but that pop is so low that I just wouldn't find it again like that for years and years. So a little excited for that one. That's a little year wrap-up. Wasn't going to show off all those crazy ones. Obviously, I got plenty of videos posting all that stuff, but we'll see if I get organized enough or, put it in such a way to package and make a video of what the goals are for 2021. I got to keep saying that because even at work I keep saying 2020 and writing things down 2020. Dang, I just remembered something else important at work I signed as 2020 today, so I got to go correct that. But thanks for watching. Hope you had some good holidays. Back to work. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for watching. Later.